Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim, ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amen. Greetings, my brothers and sisters. My name and title is Imam Mahdi, and I am from the United States of America, Cheraw, South Carolina, Chesterfield County. I represent AJAAUCOAO Islam Political Nation Agency, and I am campaigning for the 2020 USA Presidential Holy War Struggle Souls Salvation Campaign. And Holy War Struggle, that is jihad in Arabic, because that's what we're in. We are in a holy war. And those of you who don't know anything about holy war, to you it was just simply, we are in a war. In America and the world. And we can start off with the COVID-19. This episode here is called The Political Religious. All my episodes within this 21 episode period has a title, beginning with political, whether it's political, rational, political, academic, political, religious, political, whatever. It all begins with political. And I would like to highlight a few situations before I get started. We have the killing of black minorities here in the United States by legal authorities such as police officers, in cases like George Floyd and Rayshard Brooks. And these deaths is common in the black community. So that's, the minority is warring against the United States of America legal system on every level, because they've been here as slaves over 400 years, and they are still slaves. So we have to deal with that. And you have the COVID-19. Trump, whom the President of the United States, President Donald John Trump of the United States of America, have been saying for quite a while what he's going to do to China. Well, China has dropped biological war on the United States of America. And they are pacifying the people with a check. People are focused on when they'll get the next check from the government, taking their mind off what is really going on. Biological warfare. There are so many levels of warfare. Even the 19 that I teach, you can fight warfare on every level. And biological warfare is one of those warfares, the warfare that China has dropped on the United States of America. Vietnam claimed over 6,000 lives. 9/11, when the Twin Towers in New York City was brought down in 2001, claimed over 13,000 lives. COVID-19 has claimed over 100,000 lives and counting. You understand, my people? You are at war. I am going to teach you how to fight this war. That's why I'm campaigning for president for the United States of America, because I know how to fight this war. And I'm going to start off with us. We are not alike. And what I'm about to present to you in this episode, you make your choice what side you choose to fight on and who you choose to fight against. Those who have never heard me speak before, this is the first time that you're going to hear the valid truth, the truth that is impossible to be wrong, because that's all I can bring to you. You have liars who are representing you. You have liars who are guiding you. The blind leading the blind. None of them know the truth in the United States of America. And when I say none, I mean none of your leaders know the truth. If you're a Christian, if you're a Jew, it is 100% impossible for you to enter paradise. As I said, none of you know the truth. If you're a pantheist, that means you take anything for worship. You worship the stars, the moon, even if you worship yourself, calling yourself God or Allah, you're a pantheist, a polytheist, and you know not the truth. So, this is what I'm bringing to you. And I'm going to start off in chapter 98, the clear evidence, because Allah has revealed you will not be set free until clear evidence come to you. And as I said, we are not alike. You got the beastman, mankind, and human being the party of the devil, and man being the party of Allah, which is AJAAUCOAO Islam Political Nation Agency. And the party of the devil are the Democrat, the Republicans, the Independents, the Tea Party, etc. The beastmen, the mankind, and human. All these are the party of the devil. And what do Allah say about this in the Quran? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Those who disbelieve from among the people of the book and the idolaters could not have been free till clear evidence came to them. A messenger from Allah reciting pure pages, wherein are all right books. Nor did those to whom the book was given become divided till clear evidence came to them. And they are enjoined not but to serve Allah, being sincere to Him, in obedience upright, and to keep up prayer and pay the poor rate, and that is the right religion. Those who disbelieve from among the people of the book and the idolaters will be in the fire of hell, abiding therein. They are the worst of creatures. Those who believe and do good, they are the best of creatures. Their reward is with their Lord. Gardens of perpetuity, within flow rivers, abiding therein forever. Allah is well pleased with them, and they are well pleased with Him. That is for him who fears his Lord. This is in the Quran, chapter 98. The clear evidence. So we are not alike. So what the fake Muslim may tell you, America, who come over here and trick you, we are not alike. If you want to win this war, you have to accept the truth. Not those who come to you speaking Arabic or other foreign language and smile in your face and have lunch with you in some of the coffee shops and this and that, make you feel good about yourself. That's not going to get you through this war right here. You understand? Some of them, and most of them, I would say, are the worst of creatures. Because they put Muhammad as a partner with Allah. And that's a crime against Allah's law. Even if you look at the soldier flag, those who know how to read Arabic, and the CIA and the FBI, a lot of them know how to read Arabic because that's part of their job. The flag say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. That is not in the Quran. That's associated partners with Allah. You will not find in this book what we call the Quran, the Holy Quran. It is not in there. Therefore, you speak against Allah. What Allah say about these people? What Allah? Muhammad's name is mentioned in the Quran in 4 places. And I'm going to highlight those 4 places to you. You go to chapter 33, verses 39 to 40. This is what reads in Al-Quran concerning Muhammad. Those who disbelieve, AJAAUCOAO. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Those who deliver the messages of Allah and fear Him and fear none but Allah, and Allah is sufficient to take account. Muhammad is not the father of any of you men, but he is the messenger of Allah and the seal of the prophets, and Allah is ever knowing of all things. What does it say? Allah is ever knowing of all things. Now how can a man call himself Allah? Like in the nation of Islam, so-called Islam, that's not the true nation of Islam. Those are black nationalists call themselves Muslims. They worship in a white man called Father Muhammad. In the United States of America, black folks, they try to do better, a lot of them. And sometimes when someone comes to them with something other than Christianity, and they shed a little light on things that's going on around them, shed some truth on what is happening in their lives and what has happened in the past, they may be inclined to follow that. Leaving the Christian form of worshiping the white Jesus and leaving that Christianity of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, not only they was going to go to hell following that path, but then they come in and think they following the right path by following Farrakhan, Father Muhammad, and saying that Father Muhammad came in the person of Allah. This is a white man, a foreign white man, who taught a black man from Georgia by the name of Elijah Poole, name became Elijah Muhammad, a black man who knew nothing. And when you know nothing, somebody sheds some light on you, may look at that person with great esteem. And now you got Farrakhan running around the United States of America trying to convince black people that they are God. Why? So they can call him Allah. Astaghfirullah. You Allah? You are Allah. You created the heavens and the earth. Are you conscious of the uncreated aspect of Allah? Jesus is never and never will be conscious of the uncreated aspect of Allah. To be Allah, you have to be uncreated. Conscious of your uncreatedness. Allah has never been created. Allah is the most powerful, knows all things. How many ants are up under my feet, up under this building, in the dirt? How many ants are up under this dirt that only thing I can do is see this rug, but I can't see I can't see past this rug. Even though I know a floor there, but I'm looking at this floor, I'm looking at this rug. And count the ants that's up under this building. You can't do that. You are not Allah. Stop fooling yourself and stop misguiding the so-called black folks of the United States of America. So enough of that. Anybody who follows the Nation of Islam, follow Minister Louis Farrakhan, you will enter the hellfire and will not come out the hellfire. Just ask the Christians and the Jews. As I said, I'm bringing you the clear evidence. Allah is ever knowing of all things. Allah is ever knowing of all things. And as I speak to the people, the worst of creatures, the beastmen, the mankind, and human. And when I say beastmen, I'm speaking of homosexuality and bisexuality, and those who practice filthy animal ways, who have sex with incest animals. That's what incest, incest is when you're having sex with family members, but bestiality is when you're having sex with animals. You have people here in the United States that practice that. You see people riding around with their dogs all the time. Not saying that all the people have sex with their dogs who got them, but there are a great number that do. That's called bestiality. And then you have the pride, the greed, the lust, the anger, the envy, sloth, the jealousy, the gluttony, the oversupply. All that. That's pride. That's the form of the devil. And that's what's going to stop most of you from coming to this truth, because you got too much pride. You understand? You have too much status. You consider yourself having too much status in the community. It's going to be hard. Allah said that practicing this religion is easy for the believers. But for a disbeliever, this religion is hard. Islam is hard for a disbeliever. Because he has pride, and pride, you worry about what other people think about, how they think about you if you was to accept the truth. That's what pride do to you. That's why Allah has revealed, any of those who have a mustard seed of pride will not enter paradise. They teach pride in high school. When I was in high school, that's all they taught, pride, have pride for this, have pride for that. They teach you how to be a devil. So, Allah has revealed in the Quran, and those who believe and do good and believe in that which has been revealed to Muhammad, and that it is the truth from their Lord, He will remove the evil from them and improve their condition. Now, all those things that I mentioned, and if you're a human, you say you believe in God, but you don't believe in God. You understand? You're just posing yourself, even if you say you're Muslim. But you're never going to stand up for jihad. I done been in mosques where the news chime in there, and I have heard a Muslim lady. I was up in Cleveland, Ohio, and the lady said, "No, we don't believe in fighting." And I just happened to be walking by at the time. You know, my impulse was to punch that Muslim sister in her face for telling that lie about the Quran. You understand what I'm saying? I know I would have went to jail. I would have no telling what might have happened in that masjid that day. You understand? But these are the type of Muslims you're dealing with, people who deny the verses in this Quran. Let me read to you in chapter 9 what Allah say about this. Allah speaks about this in chapter 9 and verse 111, chapter 111, chapter 9, 111, and that's the immunity, chapter 9. And Allah has revealed, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, surely Allah has brought from the believers their persons and their property. Theirs in return is the garden. They fight in Allah's way, so they slay and they are slain. It is a promise which is binding on him in the Torah and the Gospel and the Quran, and who is more faithful to his promise than Allah. Rejoice therefore in your bargain which you have made, and that is the mighty achievement. What Allah has revealed in this Quran, He speaks of the Torah, the Gospel, which is the Injil. He speaks of the Quran. Why He speaks of these books in the Quran? Because there is only one religion that Allah has sanctioned to Himself, and that religion is Islam. That religion is Islam. Allah said, any who seeks a religion other than Islam, it will not be accepted from him, and of the hereafter he will be one of the losers. This is in the Quran. You understand? All the prophets practiced Islam, and they will try to teach you that Jesus was a Jew. Jesus was not a Jew. Muhammad wasn't a Jew. Yaqub, who you call Jacob, who wrestled with the angel, who bruised him on his hip, and he grabbed the angel and tossed it with him, and he beat the angel, and he said he would not he said to the angel, "I will not let you go until you bless me." And the angel renamed him Israel. And he was a believing Muslim. He only taught Islam. That's where your 12 tribes come from. Israel had 2 wives. One he had 11 sons from, but the one that he really wanted a child from, he had 1 son, Joseph. You understand? And the other 11 threw him and tried to kill him. But the son Judah said, "Don't kill him, just throw him in the well." Some passerby got him. And you know the story. He went to jail, came out of jail, and became watcher over the land. Because the king of that time had a dream, and he was the only one that can interpret it. And when he interpreted the dream to the king, the king found favor in him, and he became controller of the land. There's much more to that story. My point to you, Adam and Idris